In this section, we'll be solving equations using subtraction. So let's run through a few examples. Let's say we have x plus 3 equals 15. X plus 3 equals 15. Okay, so what's our goal here when we're solving equations? Well, we want the variable, in this case x, on the left side, or just one side, and everything else on the other side. Well, here we have our variable being, we have a number added to it. We have 3 added to it. So we can isolate this variable by subtracting 3. So a plus 3 minus 3 gives us a 0, so they essentially cancel out. Now, whatever we do on one side, to keep the balance in the equation, we have to do on the other side. So we're going to subtract 3 from this side as well. These will cancel out, so leaving just x on the left side. And over here we have 15 minus 3, which is 12. So x equals 12. And we can always check this by plugging 12 into x in our original equation. So let's always remember to check our answer, and we should actually never get an equation wrong. So just a little more work, but it actually goes a long way when you know you get an answer correct. Let's do another one. Let's say we have x plus 3, or x plus 8. Let's say x plus 8 minus 2. X plus 8 minus 2. Okay, so we want to isolate the variable on the left side. So we can do this, we can undo the addition here by subtracting 8. Whatever we do on one side, we have to do on the other side. So plus 8 and minus 8 cancel out, leaving just x. And then on the right side, we have a minus 2 and a minus 8. So minus 2 and minus 8 equal a minus 10. Okay, pretty straightforward. Whenever we see addition in our equation, we can undo it by subtracting that same number, the same expression. Whatever we do on one side, we have to do on the other side. We'll take a few more looks at these. Let's say we have y plus 7 over 8 equals 3 halves. 3 over 2. Alright, so we see a couple rational numbers here, but this will work just the same. To get rid of this plus 7 over 8, we'll subtract a 7 over 8. We have to do the same thing on both sides. Okay, this will cancel, leaving just y on the left side. And over here we have 3 over 2 minus 7 over 8. Okay, we'll find a common denominator. We can actually just use cross multiplication to finish off this. We have 3 times 8, which is 24, minus 2 times 7, which is 14, divided by 2 times 8, which is 16. This gives us 24 minus 14 is 10 over 16, and we always want to make sure we leave our rational numbers in lowest terms. This will simplify to 5 over 8. We simply pulled out a factor of 2 out of the top and the bottom. Okay, so y equals 5 over 8 is the solution for this equation. Let's look at a few more. The next one we have is x plus 2.2. That's going to equal a minus 5.65. Okay, well, we have a decimal here, but this will actually work the same. We have a decimal 2.2 being added to our variable. Well, we want to get rid of this 2.2 with just the variable left on the other side. So let's subtract 2.2. And to keep the balance in our equation, we're going to do it the same thing on the other side. Now, when we're subtracting a decimal, we want to make sure, we're actually adding and subtracting decimals, we want to make sure our decimals line up. So our 2.2, let's put the 0 right here just so we don't get confused and we don't miss anything. This cancels out, leaving just x on this side. We have a minus 5.65 minus 2.20, which gives us a minus 7.85. Minus 7.85 is the solution to our equation. Okay, so you can see subtraction, using subtraction to solve an equation works the same with a decimal as it does with a rational number and integers. So let's don't get excited when we see that. The next one we have is set z plus 12 equals 22. Okay, we're changing variables here, but this is nothing to worry about. We can actually use any letter, English alphabet, Greek alphabet, and this will work the same. It's just a placeholder. But we do want to get it all by itself on one side and everything else on the other side. So we need to get rid of this plus 12, and we can do that by subtracting 12. And if we do whatever we do on one side, we have to do on the other side. So plus 12 and minus 12 cancel. And that's going to leave us z equals, we have 22 minus 12. 12 is being taken away from 22, which just leaves us 10, a positive 10. Z equals 10 is our answer. Okay, fairly straightforward. Let's get one more in for practice. Let's say we have x plus 2 over 3 equals 3 over 5. Let's get used to doing some more rational numbers. All right, so we want to isolate x on one side and have everything else on the other side. So we have a rational number being added to x, so let's go ahead and subtract 2 over 3 from both sides. This will cancel, and that'll just leave us x on the left side, and on the right side we have 3 over 5 minus 2 over 3. Let's go ahead and use cross multiplication to finish off this problem. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 5 times 2 is 10, divided by 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, 9 minus 10, or 9 plus a negative 10, is a negative 1, and we have 15 on the bottom. And minus 1 over 15 is our answer. Now be sure to check these by plugging in our solution back into our original equation, and it should hold true. I'll see you in the next video.